And we learned a lot about boom towns, but nothing about how they cook barbecue. Well, at least not yet, which is why we're heading to a joint that's been smoking since the boom days, Country Tavern. Wait, did the sign say tavern or cavern? It's dark in here, and while it may take your eyes some time to adjust, your nose will instantly know why folks have been coming here for so long. And this is owner Toby Pilgrim. So, believe it or not, in 13 seasons of making this show, I've had more people tell me to come to Country Tavern in Kilgore, Texas than anywhere else in the state. What is it that gives your fans such a ravenous, like, they got to tell everybody about it?
God, I wish I knew. I don't know. I guess it's the ribs, I guess. You know?
Okay.
I mean, that's used to be all we had at one point, was just ribs.
Really?
So that's kind of what our reputation was built on, so.
In the land where brisket is king, Country Tavern is the house that ribs built. Even back when Toby's mother and grandmother worked here in the 60s. Well, ribs and beer. And it would be easy to mistake this windowless metal building as just another beer joint. But don't.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't even know it's a barbecue place. There was never anything on the outside of the building that said barbecue. We finally put barbecue over on our barn over there, and then it says a little something on the awning out here, but other than that, people driving by, they just think it's just another one of the beer joints out on the highway.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely would think that until you walk inside. Look behind me. It's all generations of people, all types of people. You got your white collar lawyers and bankers from the city, and then your blue collar oil field workers all here together.
Definitely.
And the clientele includes more than a few celebrities. While the world was wondering who shot JR, well, JR was here chowing down on ribs.
When Larry Hagman came in, when he was filming Dallas, he met somebody in the hotel that told him about it. So him and his wife got out one Saturday and drove over. And he was supposedly a vegetarian, but he came in and ate barbecue. So
that's how good the ribs are, though. Can make turn a vegetarian into a carnivore.
That's the story.
Instantly. The right rib at the right moment can change a man's life. And Country Tavern does a fine job with brisket here on the Offset Smoker. But these rotisserie smokers are where the rib magic happens. Look at that. About how long do these ride the carousel of deliciousness?
3.5, 4 hours.
3.5, 4 hours. Do you consider this like East Texas barbecue?
That's a good question because, no one really does ribs like we do it in Texas. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody else is still like the salt and pepper and not the sweet thing. And it's not traditional Texas to me, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, I know for certain there aren't any other ribs in Texas quite like Country Taverns. And they sell between 3,000 and 4,000 pounds of ribs a week. Time to join the well-fed masses and eat. Oh, yes, indeed. It is rib day. So, they have other meats, and everything else here is great. But the ribs, they're something special. Look at that. See how sticky and wet that thing is? This is like meat candy. That's incredible. There's so many ribs in Texas that are dry rub, salt, pepper, no sauce, which is great, don't get me wrong. This is not those ribs. This right here is a sweet, sticky, smoky, delicious mess. You can't leave nothing on the bone. Nothing. There's not many pure rib joints in Texas. But this one right here, this is Texas rib mecca. Oh yeah. And when the ribs are all said and done, a warm towelette to get the barbecue sauce off your hands. But I think I'm just gonna stay here for a little while and take a little rib nap. Nothing like a hot towel to work off a meat coma. If you liked this video, chances are you're gonna love another video that's somewhere right about here. Or you can visit thedaytripper.com. But above all, what I want you to do most, remember the Alamo. I'll see all y'all out on the road. Vaya con Dios, amigos.